Hello everybody and welcome to today's webinar, which is Z57 Academy course, Promoting Your Online Presence for Results. My name is Bill, I'll be your presenter, and today's moderator is Jenny, who's here to answer any questions that you have. Combined, Jenny and I have over 10 years of real estate, internet, and social media marketing experience, which we are excited to share with you guys today. And today's interactive webcast is just one of many in the PropertyPulse social series. If you've not explored the other webcast courses in the series, I do encourage you to do so. So for those of you who have explored all courses in the series, congratulations. This is your last webinar. Before we begin, as a reminder, and for those of you joining us for the first time, I'd like to familiarize you with the webcast control panel. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a red button with either an arrow pointing to the left or an arrow pointing to the right. That box opens and controls the questions box, where anytime throughout the course you could submit questions or answer a question I might ask of you. If you see your arrow pointing on the left, click on that now to open your meeting control panel and reveal the questions box. Today we've got 5 key objectives to cover. First, making your online presence the centerpiece of your business is a no-brainer considering today's buyers and sellers. Second, marketing to mobile users means adding a QR code to all your offline marketing. We'll look at how QR codes function. Third, we'll look at several offline marketing examples to see why a call to action, coupled with your website or Facebook page URL, is a surefire way to generate results and increase the return on your marketing dollars. Putting our new knowledge into practice, we will review examples which integrate your online and offline marketing following Z57 best practices. Finally, we'll implement accountability measures. So let's get started. Now to begin, I would like to take a moment to reflect on current consumer behavior. Almost nobody goes online searching for a real estate agent. 90% of all buyers and sellers go online to search for homes. And they're online before they even think about talking to you. Your best friend will go online before he or she even thinks about calling you. This means your online presence, your website or Facebook page, is the centerpiece of your business. If you don't tell your prospects how to find you online, your competition is in a great position to take that business away. By effectively promoting your website and your Facebook page in all your direct marketing efforts, you'll make greater use of those marketing dollars. For your website to be the centerpiece of your business, you need to tell me about it. Advertise your online presence in everything that you do and include it in every conversation. Be confident everyone you're in contact with knows your website and your Facebook page is the first place to explore when buying or selling a home. There are 2 keys to effectively marketing your online presence. First is to use QR codes. The market is mobile, so make it easy to access your business online. Second, implement call-to-action marketing to promote your website or your Facebook URL. Making your lead capture enhanced website the center of your marketing campaign increases the return on your marketing investment, but also ensures that you're capitalizing on the least expensive and most powerful real estate marketing tool there is, which is word-of-mouth marketing. When you think about it, mobile technology and home shoppers are a perfect fit. If I'm looking at a home or attending an open house or just driving around, with today's mobile technology and QR codes, I get instant access to information on every home for sale in the neighborhood in the palm of my hand. And today, 50% of Americans use a mobile device. Today's home buyer and seller expect a real estate expert to have an internet presence of a power agent. They're digitally connected, and they expect information at their fingertips. Today, 89% of buyers use a mobile device during their home search. From that same mobile device, over 60% asked for more information, found listings, viewed videos or photos directly from that mobile device. And mobile users represent a huge segment of consumers in the home buying marketplace. QR codes will connect you to these consumers. So a QR code embeds information within a barcode that can be scanned using a QR code reader by a mobile device, such as a smartphone or a tablet. And the URL could either be your website, directing a user to the home page of your site, or the QR code could be for the URL of a single property website, directing the user to a specific listing. A QR code embeds information within a barcode that can be scanned using a QR code reader by a mobile device, such as a smartphone or tablet. An excellent application of QR codes is on a sign writer. So imagine this sign in front of a new listing just on the market. The QR code on the sign is embedded with a URL. The prospect's going on a walk around the neighborhood and they see that sign. They notice the QR code, so they pull out their smartphone and they scan it. And the user is taken directly to your website and now has instant access to all details on that home, as well as all of your contact information. Including a QR code could not be simpler. There are a number of free QR code generators online. One example is qrstuff.com. But if you don't like that one, you could Google QR code generator for numerous other options. Using the QR code generator, simply add in the URL, and your QR code is automatically generated. For everyone, this tool allows you to create QR codes for any URL. So your Facebook page URL, your website, your home search tab, everything can have its own QR code. Now, our second key to marketing your website is call to action marketing coupled with your website or Facebook URL. The goal being to get the prospect to take action now. So to begin our discussion on call to action marketing, let's take a look at this bus bench ad. Is the ad good or bad? Does the bench ad give you any reason to take action and contact Jonathan Smith? Take a moment, answer that question. I'll share some of your answers in just a moment. So most of you have clearly stated that it does not. So there's two key elements missing from this bench ad. First, there's no QR code or URL. As a consumer, I might believe the agent doesn't have a website, which in today's market is a huge mistake. To every prospect, this is the key resource when buying or selling a home today. Second, there's absolutely no reason to give them a call. Right? Nothing differentiates this bench ad from any other realtor's bench ad. So a call to action would be ideal here. A call to action is a compelling action-oriented statement. This writing style requires active verbs. So recent home values is a poor call to action lacking excitement. The goal of the statement is to command a very specific behavior or action, such as searching a website or calling you now. Call to action provides motivation for a prospect to act. For example, find out instantly what home sold for. This is something many sellers are interested in knowing. Your prospects will have a what's in it for me mindset. So make sure they know what's in it for them to visit your website. So let's take a look at another example, a business card. So this is your easiest and most effective offline marketing tool. It's easy to keep on hand and easy to hand out to people that you meet. Its effectiveness can last beyond one client as it gets passed from a client who refers you to a friend. Which card do you think is an effective marketing piece and why? Take a moment, answer that question, and I'll be back to share the answer with you in just a moment. All right, so I got a few answers here. So Carol says none. There's no calls to action. Steve says they all look bad. There's a lot of contact information. A couple people said that they like G. Okay. So excellent. So great feedback. I would also ask us to reflect on the following about these business cards. Who here focuses on first-time home buyers? Or what agent is the luxury home specialist? Or who do I call for waterfront or senior living homes? We don't know. Right? Nobody's really kind of letting us know what their specialties are. So let's look at what a business card should include. Every example business card had some good aspects to it, but also significant opportunity for improvements. So cards lack the following things. One, there's no QR code. And it's a poor call to action. Again, give me a specific reason to call the professionals. Too much contact information. 2 phone numbers is confusing for prospects and hard to remember. And there's no URL. So business cards are a huge referral generator as clients hand them to friends. A referral who is just looking may not want to pick up the phone and talk to you. And in today's busy world, many prospects may be just looking for information after business hours. So make sure they know where to go. Just by adding on a URL, the business card will be more effective. So today, URLs are everywhere, so much so that we ignore them. We only remember the URLs that we use the most. So use a call to action tied to a URL and get noticed. So let me give you an example. Think of your favorite beverage. Mine is Coke. Every can or bottle of your beverage has a web address. Coke has Coke.com printed on it. But have you ever noticed? Have you ever visited that website? Virtually everyone will say no. Right? There's no compelling reason to visit this site. Now, picture your favorite beverage again. This time, let's say you're taking a sip and printed on the side of the container, you read, win a free year's supply of Coke, enter at Coke.com. Well, you'd have to agree, many more people would now visit Coke.com. Your offline marketing is no different. By delivering your website URL with an effective call to action, your offline marketing suddenly becomes more effective, driving traffic to your website. So search thousands of homes now is a call to action that we've found to work best in real estate. Searching for homes is what every home buyer is interested in doing, and by tying that to your website URL, buyers now have a reason to go there. For our last example, let me remind you, the goal is to make the online presence the centerpiece of your business, using call to action marketing and giving your prospects a compelling reason to act. This postcard is a real-life example. We changed the name of the office. But do you think this would be effective? Is it good or bad, and why? Take a second, think that over, and I'll share some of your answers in just a minute. All right, so I got a number of answers coming in already. So a lot of you say it's too busy. Looks like most of you don't like it at all. So a couple of things I'll say about it. First, what stands out is not a very strong call to action. That won't motivate me to come check your website out. The overall graphic is so busy that the telephone number is getting lost. And many people wouldn't even see the URL on here. And there's no QR code. So as you can see, just by adding on a call to action and a URL, and even if we added a QR code to the flyer, your offline marketing needs to communicate clearly and quickly. So we've seen how call to action can improve the effectiveness of your message. Now I would like to give you 5 tips to creating calls to action. First, make it short. The ideal length for taglines, calls to actions, even email subject lines is between 60 to 80 characters. For printed matter, 2.5 seconds is the time you have to capture a prospect's attention. It's even less for email. Second, think and read visually. So titles and calls to action in advertising are scanned more than they're read like a sentence. Some words are scanned more easily. For example, we scan the word stop, much like we read a stop sign. So 4 words stand out as the easiest to scan. Free, new, sale, and stop. Again, free, new, sale, and stop. Third is to be bold. Stand out from the pack. You're trying to influence behavior, so you have to shock prospects out of their routine and jumpstart that new action. Next, keep your audience in mind. So avoid words or phrases they're not familiar with, like MLS, listing alerts, and CMA. And finally, and most importantly, adjectives are lovely, but action is what we want. So use active verbs. Have fun creating these calls to action. Be sure to run them by a few people. Confirm that they understand the statement and what you're asking them to do. Now, I want to provide examples of integrating your online and offline marketing following Z57 best practices. So let's start with what could be a magazine ad or a postcard mailer. The design is bold and very clean. Highlighted by this layout, we see a call to action, strong call to action. Your URL is front and center. It's big, it's bold, it's quick and easy to read. A QR code is included to direct mobile consumers to your online presence. And clear contact information makes it easy to get in touch. Now let's talk about your business card. How do we make the most out of it? Well, let's follow the rules we taught you. Of course, be sure that you're always adhering to your state and board regulations of what must appear on the card, and be sure to include your company logo as well. But a web focus with a strong call to action is the way to go. Searching thousands of homes now is a strong call to action that will drive traffic to your website or your Facebook page. Your URL is the next focal point. It's in a different color, and it's clearly displayed across the top, making it a strong driver for traffic to your website. Your name is front and center, easy to find, and in a font that's easy to read. The last key item is your location and contact information. So where's the QR code, you might ask? Well, in this example, we put it on the back. For those of you with tons of business cards already printed, here's a quick tip. Just make labels with a call to action and a QR code to your website, and adhere those labels to the back of the cards. So let me ask you, how many emails do you send every day, every week, every month? Probably a lot. So take advantage of an easy and free marketing technique by customizing your email signature. Here's an example of an email signature designed for results. You've got all your contact information along with direct links and a call to action to both your website and your Facebook page. Everything prospects and clients need to connect with you is right here for them to click. Forward that email to a friend and the client just gave you a referral. Second, a call to action directs your prospects, your friends and associates to your website. Your website URL is in a large font. It's bold to draw attention. Visiting your website before calling gives your prospects the opportunity to check out all the great tools you have to offer. And finally, we have a social call to action. An addition designed to get more fans on your Facebook page. Be sure to give each social channel a unique call to action so prospects get the information that matters most to them. Now let's talk about your voicemail greeting. Now, some agents are surprised that I bring that up, but an effective voicemail greeting is a low-hanging fruit of high return. So think about it. How many voicemails do you get per day? If I get your voicemail, what does it say? If you get 10 voicemails per day, that's 70 drop calls per week. Clients are going to get your voicemail. So doesn't it make sense then to have those missed calls go to your online office for immediate service instead of somewhere else? An effective voicemail greeting should execute on 3 key points. First, it must let your prospect or client know what you need to return a call properly. Second, the voicemail greeting needs to set expectations as to when you'll return their call. Most importantly, deliver them immediate service so they're not tempted to go somewhere else by including your website or Facebook page URL. All it takes is one line at the end. So I may not be available by phone, but I'm always available at www.yourdomainname.com, where you could search thousands of homes just like I do. Today's accountability measure is to drive into your daily conversations and communications with clients your website URL. Implementation is key if you're going to see results from the strategies covered today. So start with your voicemail greeting and your email signature. You can implement those 2 strategies today. That's easy. In 1 week, your goal is to add a QR code to your business card. By the end of the month, add a QR code to your sign writer or the flyer box on your sign writer. At this point, I would like to open up the floor. If you have a question about anything we've covered today, please submit them through the question box. If there are no questions, that's fine. I'll be back in a moment to wrap up with the last final items. All right, looks like there was no additional questions. So if you missed the first part of our course today, register for the course again. To retake a course or register for a new course, just locate the course schedule at z57support.com. For your next course, I recommend either growing your fan base with engaging posts or posting for results. If you've done all the courses already, I think it's good to start over and maybe do a few of them again. Get a refresh. And that just about wraps up our webcast for today, so I thank you for attending. You were a great audience. It was my pleasure to host. As you exit today, you'll get a little survey. If you have a chance to fill that out, we always appreciate it. So thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye-bye.